Good evening and thank you for joining us on ERi-TV. This is English news broadcast live from the headquarters in Asmara at 10:30 p.m. local time. Today is Thursday, 23rd February 2023. First, the top stories. A call was made for developing women's capacity. Financial contribution by nationals. President Putin says Russia to deploy Sarmat nuclear missiles. Snowstorm hits northern U.S., knocks out power, disrupts flights. In our local news, Mrs. Tasfa Mikael, President of the National Union of Eritrean Women, called on women professionals to become exemplary in places of work and develop their capacity through reading. Mrs. Tasfa made the call at the meeting she conducted with women, teachers and health practitioners in the port city of Asab on 20th February, indicating that the National Union of Eritrean Women is working in cooperation with partners to equip women with necessary skills with a view to enable them actively participate in the national development programs. Mrs. Tasfa called on the women professionals to take advantage of the opportunities being provided in their place of work. The participants on their part called on the National Union to strengthen efforts to enhance economic capacity of women and organize vocational training programs with view to develop their overall capacity. Nationals inside the country and abroad extended financial contribution toward the implementation of national development projects and in support of families of martyrs. Accordingly, nationals in Germany contributed 547,045 euros for the implementation of national development projects. Likewise, the Ministry of Labour and Social Welfare reported that the Eritrean communities in Australia and New Zealand contributed 95,216 in support of 132 families of martyrs, while students and teachers of Halai Secondary School contributed 24,000 NAFA. Mrs. Tsigahanna Gilazgi contributed 20,000 NAFA. Mrs. Mebrat Hagos 10,024 NAFA. Family of Berekhet Araya from Netherlands 5,500 NAFA towards augmenting the National Trust Fund. The National Union of Eritrean Youth and Students branch in the southern region extended in the Maso Award to over 500 outstanding students that scored higher marks in the 8th grade national examination. According to Mr. Girmay Gabru, head of the National Union of Eritrean Youth and Students branch in the region, the award is being provided for the 8th time, and the number of the students that was 115 in 2014 has increased to 552. Indicating that the objective of the award was to give recognition of the efforts carried out by the students and their parents. Mr. Hebtiski Kidane, head of the education office in the region, called on the students to concentrate on their education and become competitive, pointing out that the commendable performance of the students in the national examination has been the result of the strong effort on the part of the students, parents, and teachers. Mr. Salah Ahmeddin, chairman of the National Union of Eritrean Youth and Students, called for the sustainability of the program. In the related news, the National Union of Eritrean Youth and Students in the southern region organized vocational training to 67 youth in Mendefera Sabzon. The vocational training included music instruments, beauty salon, as well as installation of satellite dishes and networking. International news follows after a short break. Stay tuned. Welcome back. President Vladimir Putin said today that Russia would pay increased attention to boosting its nuclear forces by deploying a much-delayed new intercontinental ballistic missile, rolling out hypersonic missile, and adding new nuclear submarines. A year since ordering the invasion of Ukraine, Putin has signaled he is ready to rip up the architecture of nuclear arms control, including the big powers' moratorium on nuclear testing unless the West backs off the Ukraine. Putin on Tuesday sought to underscore Russia resolves in Ukraine by suspending a landmark nuclear arm control treaty, announcing new strategic system had been put on combat duty, and warning that Moscow could resume nuclear tests. In an address to mark Defender of the Fatherland, public holiday known in the Soviet times as Red Army Day, Putin invoked the Soviet victory over Nazi Germany to argue that Russia needed modernized armed forces to guarantee its sovereignty. The RS-28 Sarmat liquid-fueled missile, nicknamed Satan-2, was first announced by Putin in 2018. The missiles were supposed to have been deployed last year. Putin, who casts the conflict in Ukraine as an existential struggle to defend Russia against what he sees as arrogant and aggressive West, said the Sarmat Silo-based intercontinental ballistic missile would be deployed this year. A powerful winter storm lashed the northern United States, triggering the closure of interstate highways from Arizona to Wyoming and knocking out power to hundreds of thousands of people. It prompted the first blizzard warning in Southern California in decades. Few places were untouched by the wild weather, including some at the opposite extreme. Long-standing record highs were broken in states in the Midwest, Mid-Atlantic, and Southeast. About 280,000 properties were without power across the country, almost half of them in Michigan, where snow, sleet, and freezing rain were icing power lines, making them vulnerable to gusting winds. The wintry mix hit hard in the northern U.S., closing schools and offices, even shutting down the Minnesota legislature. Travel was difficult. That weather contributed to more than 1,600 U.S. flights cancellation, according to tracking service FlightAware. More than 400 of those were due to arrive or depart from the Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport. Another 5,000 plus flights were delayed across the country. And now we have a quick review of the top stars. Call was made for developing women's capacity. Financial contribution by nationals. Putin says Russia to deploy Sarmat nuclear missiles. Snowstorm hits northern U.S., knocks out power, disrupts flights. It was me, Salim Brhana, with the news for tonight. Thank you for joining us.